Hey everybody, I'm Kathy at Northstar Prepsteader. Um, I know that a number of you are going to be on, so I just wanted to welcome you as you start loading in here. So welcome to my live chat. This is my second one, and I'm hoping to kind of make this a regular thing on Mondays. So hey Thrifty BG, how are you? You're my very first one tonight from Long Island, New York. It looked like on the radar you're having a lot of rain. Is that so? Are you getting quite a bit over there? Since yesterday, okay. So Long Island, what is your property and living situation there? Do you have a house? Do you have an apartment? What kind of there's quite a leg story. A leg story. I'm interested. So is that like hey, single dad. Hi, Chris. How are you doing? So, Thrifty VG, the leg story is that, oh, there's quite a leg. Sorry, leg. Oh, okay. So, I'm doing just wonderful, Chris. We've got actually gorgeous weather today. It's in the upper 60s and sunny, so no rain, and be nice for a few days, just a few days. So, so Chris, you are in, I believe it's Tennessee, right? Oh, and you guys are saturated there, that's for sure. Hi, Two Wild Onions. How are you? Tennessee. Okay. Two Wild Onions. Where are you from? And if you could give me your first name, then I can. It's easier to say as the chat is moving through. Oh, autocorrect. Was that a leg or a leg? I think it was a leg that you were talking about, huh? So, Chris, have you been able to work on your house some more? So, hi, Lisa. Oh, West Virginia. Okay. I had a daughter that lived in Wheeling for a while, and still works there. But hi, Dave Northwater. How are you? So Lisa, I have to I'm not good at remembering names, so I'll probably be asking you many, many, many times. Um, so for Lisa, are you a mom at all? Want to know how things were for Mother's Day? Very good. So Chris, finishing up behind the cook stove, is that like putting like a barrier there so it's protected from the heat or something? Hi, Mama Bear. How are you? Did you moms have? Oh, mom to two. Okay, in-law to two, Mimi to two. Oh, good. I'm glad you had a good Mother's Day. I did. I didn't get a call from children until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and so I was feeling a little bit forgotten, but it was all good after that. So that was great. Splashing in the mud. That's good. Oh, cool. Is that the kind of tin that is like really decorative and all that kind of stuff that used to be on old houses? So anyway, so Lisa and Mama Bear, what did you do special for Mother's Day? And Chris, did you do anything special for your mom for Mother's Day? And anybody else? Okay. Oh, that's cool. Um, Old rusty barn tin. I bet that looks really neat. I bet that looks great. Hi, Pete's Little Homestead. How are you? Hey, Bob. Hello. How are you? You guys, you have to know that Prepsteader Bob was my very first sub back in December when I started. So he was my very first subscriber and just holds a dear place in my heart for that. Oh, Mama Bear, that doesn't sound good. So, Lisa, you took a long hike and a picnic at the Virginia State Arboretum. Oh, very cool. And Chris, you took Mom out. So, I'm sure, Prepsteader Bob, you've got your hands full there. But thank you for popping in and saying hi. I really, really appreciate that. So, how are things going with Jeff's build? I've been watching all of his and yours, all your videos and everything out there. See how things are going. Yeah, Mama Bear, that could definitely be it. So, hey Nathan, how are you? So, and gentlemen, well, I have my younger daughter is getting married on the 24th, so a week and a half from now. So things are crazy with wedding prep right now, and it's. I just feel so badly for them. If you can think about it, keep them in your prayers because it's like everything that could go wrong is going wrong. So, from having to find, new caterer to, within the last 2 weeks before the wedding, and then um, not being able, or then finding different attendants because of other issues of illnesses and things. And so it's been kind of crazy. So, hey, Eyes to See, hello. You just got your coop. Oh, painting it, awesome. Oh, that'll be so fun. I have not raised chickens, but it sounds like it would be fun. I probably could here, but I am gone too much to be taking care of animals properly, and I don't have a backup system here, anybody that I could rely on. So I'm able to. Hey, Fishes and Loaves, how are you? Ah, we're getting all the people's here. Reap what you sow. Hello, how are you doing? So, anyway, getting ready for a wedding, and if any of you have had children going through it, that you know how crazy it gets. Bye, Bob. Thanks so much. Say hi to Mrs. B for me. I really appreciate it. Yes, we will see you soon. Oh, Fishes and Loaves, is that comment for me that I make awesome food? If it is, thank you so much. So reap what you sow. I assume that you're in Louisiana, I think. Yes, are you underwater? That's a good question, Chris. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. So speaking of Prepsteader Bob, I mean, it's like, are all of you guys following the Self-Reliant Roadshow and watch what they're doing for Jeff, for Bobblehead Homestead? It's just amazing, just fantastic. Oh, that's good. Reap what you sow. That's said no water. You mean that you don't that you haven't had water coming down in the form of rain and flooding, or you don't have water in your plumbing that is shut down. Ooh, Nathan, that sounds good. I'll have to come over for dinner. My dinner was one of those cheese witches from the holiday gas station. So I was out running. Oh, yes, his cabin is looking good. It is amazing. And just to have all the people coming together for the Self-Reliant Roadshow, it's just, it warms your heart. It's just really, really great. Also saw Doug and Stacy's video today, and have a few people there, and that is growing too. Yeah, Ethan from 180 Degrees from Average was there, and he's a fellow Minnesotan. And so when they come back, they're on their way back to Minnesota for the summer and finishing up their house. So hopefully we'll be able to get over there and help them out and get them into their home. So it should be fun. This community of people is just so fantastic. You know, everybody's willing to help one another and willing to just to be there. They drop, you know, like Ethan has dropped everything frequently these last few months and gone and helped Jim and Renda, and then is out in North Carolina and helping those people, and then now he's helping Doug and Stacy. So yeah, it's just incredible. So yes, it is a blessing for many. So for where you are, eyes to see, where are you? I don't remember. And if you could give me your first name, that helps too. Just wondering how everybody's planting and gardens are coming along. Chris, were you able to restore some of yours? Oh, that's good. You're in your backyard right now? Oh, that's good. In California. All right. Hi, Tori. You're right, Fishes and Loaves. He is. He is. Well, that's good, Chris. I'm glad that you that your garden looks awesome. So as I remember, I think you said that your greenhouse got too hot, was it? And so Fishes and Loaves, what's your first name? And where are you located? Our planting here is still really, really delayed. On the news the night before, or was it last night? No, I think it was 2 nights ago. They were saying that Mama Bear, who's too cute. Oh, hi, Carol. Oh, you know what? I saw that on the radar there. So I tend to watch just radar and not like weather news, because I can pretty much tell what's going to be happening through watching the radar and stuff. Oh, okay. So anyway, they said that because of our cold spring here, that our ground temps are still only in the 50s, maybe 60 degrees, and it's still just way too cold to be putting especially our tomatoes in and our peppers, and probably could start planting the lettuce and everything, but we may have to wait until at the very earliest Memorial weekend, if not the 1st of June. So we're really getting delayed there. And because I started my plants inside this year, so many of them, my tomatoes are already 2 feet tall. They're just crazy. I'm not sure if you can see them back there. Yeah, my peppers are just taking off, and my marigolds are blooming like crazy, and it's just like, oh, a lot going on. Yes, reap what you sow. The homestead community is awesome. It really is. Ooh, that is a cool day today, Chris. That is. Aw. Well, hello to Ellen too. Said hi, girl. Hello, girl, to her. She's a sweetie. How old is she? Well, thanks, Lisa. I appreciate you stopping in and popping in. So I know this is not an easiest time when you're doing chores, and it's summer and everybody wants to be out in the yard and everything, but I'll be here next week. So, oh, is she like the gonna be 6 going on 16 kind of? Oh, that's a good idea. Fishes and loaves, that's a good idea. So that would be great. So it's Carol. Carol, that's right. Okay. See, I'm making notes here. I'm an audio visual person. I've got to hear it and see it in order for it to like click. So now my tomatoes are so tall. So for any of you who've started from seed and transplanted, because up until now I've just really bought my tomato plants. So at the most they would be maybe 10 inches, 10 inches high. And so I just plant them out there. Now they're 2 feet high, and in another 2 weeks, they might even be 3 feet high. And I'm trying to plant them out in the garden. Is there going to be any issues with that? She said, no way. Oh, that's good. Yes, my name is Kathy with a C, and I am in Minnesota. So I just want to make sure that they're going to, my tomatoes are going to transplant, okay, especially because the lower leaves are already, turning yellow and dying and stuff. And I mean, they keep growing and growing, but I don't know. So, hey, Tori, how are you? So, yeah, I've had to get them there before just because, I would miss that window of opportunity to start them and not really. I didn't have any set up until this year, so this is the first time I've had like my little mini greenhouse going and the other lights set up, and so now I am set, so I can do that. Hey, God's third acre, how are you? Um, so anyway, I've saved seed a lot in the past. Saved, especially beans. Do a lot of green beans and save those seeds. So I have done that twice already, Chris. So and I think the pots are okay at this point, but now I'm going to be putting a few of the tomatoes in big pots and containers around my fence and everything. So those I could get going, early enough. It's just what I'm going to put in my beds. So preschool graduation. Oh, how fun. That's always a hoot, isn't it? Okay. Hi, Stormy Acres. How are you? So what is your most unusual plant that you're starting this year and that you're growing? Or something new? Even if it's not unusual, maybe something new. For me, I've got a lot of herbs that I'm starting that are really, yep, I'm doing that, Chris. I've been plucking them off as they go, but they're, When they get 3 feet tall before I can even plant them, that's why I'm just wondering if it's going to be an issue. So, oh, hi, Todd. Repeat you so sorry. I'm writing your name down here so I can remember. It's like having a church directory that I have the pictures and the names so I can learn people's names, Persia tomatoes, white tomatoes. Oh my goodness. Okay. Have you eaten those before? Or is this just something that you're just trying because they're just different? I just wonder, it's like, okay, a white tomato, do they still have the tomato flavor to them? Okay, Todd, I will just plant them deep then. Okay, Thrifty Fiji, you're growing your tomatoes. That's awesome. I mean, your carrots. I really like growing carrots. I still have some in my refrigerator from harvesting them at the end of August. And I've got maybe 3 or 4 carrots left, but they're still good and they're still great. So I think they're just a great. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that would be, you know what? That would make a really interesting sauce. You could have your white sauce, but it's a tomato white sauce. I think that would be kind of neat. Your first ever radish. Hi, Homestead in Highlands. How are you? How are you? If all the way from Scotland. It's about time for you to be hitting the hay, isn't it? Thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate it. So, mortgage lifter and opalka tomatoes. Mortgage lifter, I would imagine those are probably a beefsteak type of huge tomato. I've not heard of either of them. Opalka. So first year for starting your own seeds. Ooh, an orange tomato. Okay. Dave, the stems they're really, really strong actually. And I had them out hardening them off today and it was a good windy day. Yeah, white salsa would be great. They're really not leggy. They're just getting big. Otherwise, I'd say maybe they're in 6-inch pots right now. So maybe another 12 inches before you get to any of the good leaves. Oh, I'm glad you're having some good weather over in Scotland. That's good. Yeah, white salsa. I mean, how incredible to serve a white sauce or white salsa. I mean, that would be really cool. But a white sauce that all of a sudden people are thinking, okay, it's going to be a cheesy Alfredo thing, and they get this huge tomato flavor to it. That would be really kind of neat. Well, I'm sorry that one of your lambs is sick. Hope she'll get much better. Salsa. Borrow my directory. What directory? I don't know. You have a blackberry and a blueberry both. I think they're zone 9. Okay. So Carol, you're in California. What is your zone there? Oh, slicer. Okay. So is opalka kind of a more of aroma type of thing? So it's meatier. Oh, you're buffering? Oh, okay. Yes, God's third acre. My tomatoes are getting really big. So 10B. I just can't even imagine that. just like there are a lot of things here in Zone 3 that we cannot. Oh, okay, that's good. So in Zone 3, we can't grow obviously a lot of things that you can in California or Florida. I just see like passion fruit and all of these other exotic things that you guys can grow out there. Um, Carol, I think you're the only one in California right now. It's just somebody else was Fishes and Loaves is in Florida. Wait, no, where are you? I see you're Tori. Sorry, I'm trying. Okay. Oh, that's great, Chris. Oh, that means that things will be moving along. So when is your best your month for harvesting tomatoes where you're at then? Or do they just go on till frost? I know, I'm trying. Tori. So um, anyway, so I'm doing a lot of different herbs this year, which is something I've done a few, parsley and stuff in the past, but I have started from seed lavender and peppermint, um, parsley, oregano, echinacea, some lemon balm, lemongrass, coriander, calendula. So I'm hoping to do a lot of drying of those and being able to have them not only for culinary herbs, but then for some medicinal herbs too. So I can. Oh, bye, Todd. Thank you so much for coming in. I really, really appreciate it. So are you guys having some bad weather? Is that maybe what's interfering with your connection then? God's third acre. I think you said you're in Texas. Is that where you are? Um, so, okay. So I want to make sure that, I've been looking online how to make the calendula oil and everything, but and you just use the dried blossoms, right? You just pick all the blossoms and dry them and then steep them in oil. Do you have to heat the oil at all, or not? And I think that's where I'm getting stuck on a lot of these oils is like, how do I some of them require heat and some don't, and I just don't know. Oh, you're in California too, Dave? Okay. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for coming in the middle of your afternoon. So really appreciate it. No heat. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So when you put them in pots, do you, when it gets really, really hot, do you end up bringing them in or putting them in the shade, or what do you do with them then? Okay. So Tori, do you let it soak for like 4 weeks or something? Oh, 2 months. Okay. So 2 months. Hey, Dave, how are you doing? Everybody, my friend Dave from Oak Knob Farm. So, Dave, you'll like this. See my shirt, my sweatshirt I have on, my Cabin Life shirt, and you know where that's from. Yes. If you can only get Sean to watch my live now, right? Okay, so you just move them under the patio. All right. Well, that's good. So we were talking about white tomatoes. Did you guys see her video about seeing a white skunk, an albino skunk? I have never seen one. So has anybody else seen one? Yeah, I like to use almond oil too, Tori. I think that's really good. So I prefer it over over olive oil for some reason. I think olive oil tends to get a fragrance that's a little strong for some of the things. So, okay. So, so that's what I was wondering because I've got this little kind of little heating pad that you can put on. It just warms up the oil enough so that it will help to infuse it and go a little bit longer that way. Um, so it's not like putting it on the stove and letting it come to a boil or anything. So, oh, that's a good point. That's a good point, Carol. Now, almond oil doesn't do that, though, right? Hmm. Well, there you go, Dave. You got another one. So, so anyway, I was about Jess at Roots and Refuge was talking about her albino skunk that she saw, and she kept looking for it all the time. It just reminded me of when my girls were little and be driving down the road and we see a skunk or something, whether it was dead or alive, and um, I would I would I would just go, kitty, and they'd look, oh, where's it? And then for the longest time they thought a skunk was a kitty. And until they got old enough and I was just like, you guys, I'm just pulling your leg. So they're just so gullible. And it was really fun. so, so anyway, it took, I think one was probably 15 before she realized that it wasn't anyway. Um, So, Chris, you're being kicked off of here then? So, I think Pepe Le Pew, yes. Yes. That along with Goldshaw Farms skunk episode, I think that was, yeah, they certainly are around a lot. So, red cabbage, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli. Ooh, that was a good planting day. With peppermint, it's better. Kitty, like the eyeglass commercial. Oh, yeah. So, hey, Linda's House of Chill. How are you? Hmm. Albino squirrels. We've got gray and red squirrels around here. On occasion, other areas I've seen a black squirrel, which is kind of cool too. But I've not seen a white squirrel. I'm doing very well. Linda's House of Chill. Thank you so much. So, I know that there's a lot of people in here who are content creators. So 95% white skunk. Oh, so he just had his colors mixed up, right? Yeah, he's a negative of everybody else. What throw stuff? Oh, spotted skunks. Well, that's different. This is so cool that I can connect with you guys from all over the world and find out, different things that are in different areas. It's like I've never seen a spotted skunk. That's so cool. And the things that are there, it's like, oh, it's like different kinds of snakes. I hate snakes, so I can't do that. But Tori, yes, we have smelly skunks here too. Hey, Grandma, so happy. How are you? Are you enjoying this gorgeous day that we have? Okay. So God's third acre. I'm sorry. What's your first name? No bad snakes here. Very rare timber rattlers. Okay. We just get a lot of gardener snakes. can say it. I still don't like them. And so, ooh, 5 plants of rhubarb. You are going to be in business there. Armadillo and iguana. You get a lot of really exotic animals down there. Scotland has red squirrels. Huh. Wow. So what has happened with the gray squirrels then that they get wiped out? That is really interesting. Hey, Garden Maker Makeover. Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for coming. Yes, Dave. 4 plants is enough for 4 families. It's Denise. Okay. Hello. Okay. Well, Tori, thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. And you just take care. So, oh, okay. Huh. That is interesting. I didn't know that squirrels um, did that to one another, that they killed off their competition, so to speak. So, yep, everybody's building a coop. It's coop season, isn't it? Getting the coop. Has anybody done the dirt butt test yet? It's still too chilly here. I mean, we did. It almost hit 70 today, but it's still not warm enough to get things in the plant in the soil here. So the black snake in the bluebird nest. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I can't handle snakes. They're just my thing. I can't deal with it. Rhubarb strawberry kombucha. Oh my goodness, that sounds so good. You're gonna have to, if you can, email me that recipe, Grandma's So Happy. I would love to have that. Um, I've been brewing kombucha for 5 years, and it's like the last few months, I just am. It's taking so long for my SCOBY to grow, and I don't know what's going on with it. Um, so, thank you, Dave. You sat on the ground, but you had clothes on. Well, that's good. That's good. Uh, yeah, even though that's a thing, I will test it with my hands and know that my skin would be fine in it. So yes, rhubarb. Oh, Dave, there you can go. There you go. That's all your rhubarb. Your 4 plants of rhubarb could be all into kombucha. So yeah, Grandma's so happy. That's about what we had here too. So hey, Bev, hello. No worries. No worries at all. I'm just happy that you're here. Um, okay. My SCOBY's not moldy. It did happen once, but it was because I got some bad water that I was using. And I mean, it was fresh from a brand new jug of purified water, and it ruined it. But um, it's just like taking 3 or 4 weeks for it to grow to even like a quarter of an inch. And it's frustrating. So I don't know what to do about that. But Homestead in the Highlands, um, are you looking for a logo? Do you need one? Let me know if you do. All those different flavors. Oh, that's so cool. 6 gallons? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that would be great. Um, Denise, there's a number of different ways. The easiest is just to buy a SCOBY, but you can also just buy a bottle of kombucha in the store and then just let it sit out. Make sure that you take the cap off and just cover it with a cloth or something, and just let it sit out, and it will eventually grow a little bit of a SCOBY in there, and you just have to kind of baby it. It takes a while, but you can do that. One from her lamb. Oh. So, Chris, what are you doing? Sending her the hair from her lamb? Is that what you're doing? Okay. Well, Homestead in the Highlands, feel free to email me if you need that. Really? Rhubarb? For dementia? Wow. Didn't know that it did that. Dave, you might have to rethink your 4 plants. Yes, Carol, I am a graphic designer. So, and actually, branding is like my specialty within that. So, even though I do a lot of different things, I do that. So, sounds like there's a surprise brewing there, Chris, right? Oh, so, I was kind of reflecting on a number of things yesterday about being a content creator, and I think it was kind of started a little bit with Jeff talking about things on his bobbleheads channel with all the build and everything. And so, as content creators, we do, it's like we're actually putting into action the things that other people are watching and hoping to do, and it's like, a lot of people will think about, well, oh, it'd be so fun to do this, or I should do that, or whatever. And we're just kind of like actually putting ourselves out there, just really stepping out, taking the chance. You know, of course, we all worry about falling flat on our face, and it's like, is anybody going to watch our movies at all or our videos? Is anybody going to see anything? And it does take courage to get out there and to create and to put things out. Um, so, but this helps to form attitudes for us in other areas of our life, like Chris, you've got that go get 'em attitude too. Of like, look at you building your house, you're creating this life for you and your daughter, and that's fantastic. And oh, okay, that's good, Dave. That it's rhubarb is good for Alzheimer's. Okay. So anyway, sorry, I'm trying to read some of the chat here to get going. Grandma's so happy. Yes, I am a graphic designer. So, yep, Carol. And life, the rest of it gets in the way. Yeah. So, anyway, just some of the questions I was thinking about as I was reflecting on that. I was like, are we afraid to step out? Do we let the fear paralyze us from moving forward? Are we afraid to do that? Are we afraid to share? And, yes, we're putting ourselves out there, like a lot of times just very much, details of our inner life. I mean, look at Chris, the things that you've put out there, and Grandma's so happy what Katie has shared with, and so many of the others here who really put themselves out and, Yeah, it's kind of scary, but we're opening ourselves up to all the rest of you, and um, it's um, it's challenging, and it's rewarding, and it's a little scary sometimes. But anyway, so to think about, it's like, how do we invest ourselves into other people's lives? And I think that's a good question to really think about in everything that we do. How do we invest ourselves into other people's lives? The fear should never paralyze you, but instead it should push you to the edge. That's very good, Chris. Yes. Um, yeah, Denise, we have to not let that get to us, obviously, and that's really hard. But yeah, I'm glad that you're trying to be positive. Um, so when we invest ourselves in other people's lives, it's like, for us, it's like, what is the investment worth? And we obviously don't think of it in terms of money or anything. Um, it's like, what is it worth to the person that we're investing our time into, and then what is it worth to us for our own mind and our heart and our eternal life too. How are we investing that time? Are we using it to the very best that we possibly can? So I also put a note down here. It's like, I'm really more of a listener than a talker, but I just like I'm kind of rambling here tonight. So it helps that I actually typed things out and made notes. So I didn't have my list last week, but so anyway, just a little bit of introspection there and trying to figure some things out. That you guys can keep chatting. It looks like I totally stopped you guys dead here. Maybe you're all thinking, maybe that was part of this, like, everybody's thinking now. It's like, okay, how do I invest myself into here now? So Pizza Home said, we all do things our way, and maybe it can help someone else. Yeah. Garden makeover, that's very true. That is hard. But then you just need to really keep the focus on your reason for doing it. What is your motivation? What is your reason? If your reason for putting up videos is um, to get all kinds of nice comments from people and you don't get them, then that's, you need to have a different focus on that. So if your focus is to truly educate people, or to share something about your life with somebody, or to help somebody along the way, you know, um, to teach about gardening or whatever it is that you've got going. Thanks, Chris. I really appreciate that. Then just to keep your focus and don't let those negative people derail you. So, yeah. Thank you, Bev. You're constantly with a noisemaker that is not controllable at all. So it is for me to make sure I take a bit of time for yourself. Okay. What kind of noisemaker is in your life there? So Denise says, I feel that God wants me to share my story to help others who may have gone through the same types of things. Yep. And you know what? And that's where you just have to trust in our Lord to just carry you through and to give you that strength. So, garden makeover, I started just to be sharing and hopefully make a friend or two. That's true, Chris. Yeah. So we all have stories. So, Pizza Little Homestead, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And didn't mean to get really super introspective here at all, but it's just kind of one of those things that I think there's enough negativity out there where all of us who are creating videos and content that we do end up facing it to a degree, and I think it can shut down a certain number of people, and we just don't want that to happen. So yeah, we got the trolls. Dave is my troll slayer. Did great. Yeah. Carol, that's a challenge, most definitely. Oh, Chris, it is cool there for you. They have to start that. Yeah, I've been running our furnace yet at night. So we're still getting down into the 40s at night. But, Well, guys, I've got about 3 minutes left here, and I'm going to get off. But I just want to thank you so much for coming and for being here with me this evening. Let me know if this is a really tough time for you to show up. I just, there's so many big channels in the evenings throughout the week, and it's been a little challenging trying to find a time that works here. So, yes, Bev, it's like I hardly ever watch TV anymore. I'm just watching YouTube because I can watch what I want. And if I don't like it, I don't have to have it on there. So, start giving them a thumbs up if you're getting it there. Well, hello, Stephen. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Super. Well, this is my very second live chat here, and trying to get it going here. I just want to engage with you guys more, get to know you more, let you get to know me more. And for all of you that are still here, you know the Prepsteader Bob Self-Reliant Road Show. They're with Jeff at Bobblehead Homestead right now. They're actually coming to my place in July, so I'll be able to have them at my little urban or small town homestead here. So it's going to be so great. So anyway, so Stephen, what do I do on this channel? I do a lot of just kind of focusing on my life here in Minnesota. Do a lot of gardening, showing a lot of things during the winter. Of course, there's gardening going on there, but just things we have to deal with the winter. So go on over to my channel and you can see I've got a number of different things there. So yep. Yeah, fishes and loaves, just to be just to kill kindness, absolutely. So gardening is a part of my channel, Stephen. So I've got because that's the thing that's going on right now. So so I do have some gardening. I do have a number of cooking because I cook a lot of paleo. So I'm showing a lot of different recipes there and cooking from scratch at home. So you've got a few of those things there. So thank you so much, Carol. I appreciate that. So so yeah, cooking, gardening, I am working on a music video, so yes. Thank you, Chris. I can cook. Um, and I've got a video right now that's going to be a little bit more on the prepper type of side. So I'm working on editing that. So Dave, now you pop in there. Yes, I'm actually working on a music video. So I'm trying to. So I've got a CD that I've got the music that's already finished and tracked out and everything. So I'm trying to, now that I've been doing some video stuff, trying to put that together to possibly put out there. So it is hard though to do it by myself. So we'll see how it goes. It's Christian music, so kind of I have different styles within that. It's I've got some that is just peppy, just some peppy praise stuff, and I've got others that's like kind of more subdued. So it's a good variety in there. So the things that I've written and played and recorded. So Katie, oh, you done? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get off here. So thanks, Dave. Thank you. So yeah, I was, well, thank you, Grandma. So happy in Garden Makeover. I've debated about whether or not to put that in the channel or not, or because a lot of experts say, if you have something different, it's got to have its own channel and everything. But I'm not going to have that much to support one channel, and the music is so much a part of my life. It always has been, and so I want to make. How do you separate out a huge part of your life? It's like showing everybody that you're a parent, but not talking about parenting or something like that. So, and Dave, you do have a little bit of everything from diamonds to chicken coops. I mean, yeah, you've got a good variety. So I think because my focus is on my life here in Minnesota, and so there's, a scope of things within that. So anyway. So guys, I know that there's some other shows coming on, and we probably want to get over there and see those. So I thank you so much for spending this last hour with me. Thanks, Dave. That's really good. So thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. And it's been a great evening with you. And want to find out, I've over the last months, what I've been doing is putting up 2 videos a week. I do on Thursday and then usually on Monday. But now that I'm doing some live on Monday, are you okay with just a live, or do you still need a video too? I mean, because that's like a lot of extra work, everything. So I could put up a video on the weeks that I cannot do live. But thank you, Chris. I really appreciate that. So I appreciate that very much. So, all right, you guys, thanks so much. Take care, and I will see you definitely next week, and hopefully see you on some of your channels. So, you guys take care. God bless, and always have hope. All right, bye-bye.